know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Opening carry in the game for Cordero Patterson. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Off the play fake, Mariota. Connection made with Shenault. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, was strictly the run game.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Let's go!
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
At the 18-yard line.
And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Third down.
They run it with Carson. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Down by Jabril Peppers. It's a gain of 10. And the Lions first down.
First down, Prescott. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down, Detroit.
Prescott now from the 50. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
24-yard gain.
That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This is our time.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run with Patterson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. Patterson on the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them in the game.
16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Now a give right side. It's Patterson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Patterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. This is Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackles made at the 21.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they've put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Mariota on 1st down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And Nelson's got it here right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. But they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. This is Shenault on the receiving end. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Mariota. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mariota. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 30.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Well, very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
46-yard line.
On first down, it's Patterson. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Mariota. Complete this one to Patterson. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, Mariota. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. To throw is Mariota. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. Throw out right, take it in by Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. Now a run with Dillon, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Rams have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out, try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right for the game.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Here's Carson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. This is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll move the chains.
And the Lions first down. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Rams 14, Lions 7.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. A pass underneath for Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Davion Taylor. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And goal.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Prescott to throw it. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. third down, Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Prescott off play action. Going up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Nick Keiser, 30 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
He'll run it and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Now Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Given 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up the third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's Mariota. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Patterson.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Patterson.
Anderson. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And that is no good. A costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco, that was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. Oh, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. The Rams are Super Bowl bound as champions of the NFC. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.